We got that boy Charleston White opening up about who he really is. This the Nick Cannon interview.
On the vote for Donald Trump. I can't see Kamala in the park. Yeah.
Now, you know Nick Cannon ain't finna ask him no crazy questions. He might ask him some questions that, pertain to, why are you such a crazy character? Why do you approach comedy in such a crazy way? I don't think he's gonna be clip farming though. So anything that Charleston says was his own free will. He has the same free will God gave us all.
He ain't lying.
And damn near took your leg
I
off.
broke everything from my waist.
I'm gonna let it ride too.
Gotta hear the story, cause I thought you got shot in your eye or something like that.
Vlad TV.
White, it's a big day for a big drive, baby. We getting it in. Let's go. Oh man, it's a sunny day in California out here, and I'm riding good in my cyber truck. Yes, I'm riding something brand new, because I'm about to pick up an old school player. You like the dichotomy that I'm bringing right now, because this dude, man, it is the one and only Charleston White. I'm super excited to talk to him, and I'm asking him everything.
Yo, baby. Hey, Nick, you got all the music in here. Stop playing. Why, Eddie? Boy, I need me a Cybertruck one day, but we gotta work harder, y'all, boy.
I have joined the pop culture of
I don't even want a
band.
Cybertruck, but just the fact to have one, that how up we gotta be in life, gang, to just be buying shit we don't need and want, for real. You feel me? That's how up we gotta be this year, man. Well, eventually.
Wagon.
We working hard this year.
Truck. It may look like I'm driving an air fryer, but this pop hot. But you know I had to make it incredible. I wanted mine to look like the Batmobile. So we turned it matte black, made it industrial. So I had to throw those 24-inch incredible Savini wheels on there. And of course, at night, it gives off an amazing light show. So let's ride. It's the Cybertruck.
Let's see who we got.
Charleston White. Mr. White is not just a former youth gang member. He's a self-proclaimed street scholar who's taken social media by storm. His unapologetic stance has ignited fierce debates, making him a lightning rod for controversy.
They ain't big. They don't have big.
This is gonna be an unforgettable episode. So buckle up as we roll into the mind of Charleston White.
Yeah, come on.
How we getting They didn't make this for.
Yeah, they definitely didn't make it, but they
What
just
you gonna do?
push your hand on it. Put your hand. Yeah, right. There you go.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Where them Cadillacs at? No Cadillac and Lincoln would never make
Well, I
it.
can learn something.
When we come to your town,
Open
you
that
in my
day like
town,
open
we come to
sesame.
your town, You pick me up and we riding one of your old schools.
You goddamn right. Box Chevy, Caprice.
Oh, that's what you got?
Yeah,
Oh,
box
see?
Chevy Caprice.
See, I need.
With bad tires.
Oh.
And it need a front end alignment.
you
you ain't
gotta
gonna-
take me. So Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fort Worth, actually. I ain't gonna get
Okay.
they gonna get mad if I claim Dallas. And I be wanting to claim Dallas too.
Fort Worth.
Yeah, Fort Worth,
What's the
Texas.
difference?
Oh,
It's all the same damn
So
area.
far,
Fort
good
Worth,
interview.
well-
Where you from?
Fort Worth is a little bit more conservative than Dallas.
Okay.
Yep.
The civil rights movement didn't make it to Fort Worth. It went through Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah, Dr. King had to sneak through Fort Worth and didn't let nobody know he was there.
Uh-huh.
So that's the difference.
Okay. So then, because you talk about that a lot, and we're gonna
Yeah.
ride, talk about all this good game, but you talk about like how you really wasn't from the street. You grew up in
I
the
was a
middle
wanna-
class,
I was a
like
wannabe.
Fort Worth.
I was a wannabe.
And talk about that, man.
This might be the most authentic Charleston White interview I've seen so far to date.
Take me all the way back. To
Hold on,
Charleston
Nick.
White as a kid,
I like
wanting
to
to
say
be a wannabe.
a good kid that was raised in your traditional single parent African American home back in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
When
A Cosby kid.
There you go. When black mothers was breaking into the middle class world of America.
Okay.
My mother was a blue collar worker, retired from General Motors.
Okay.
My father was in the Navy. My grandfather was a military guy. My uncle.
Your parents were together?
No, they wasn't together. So my mother had me at 17 years old.
Mine too.
Oh, really?
My mom, I went to both my parents' high school graduation.
Oh man.
My mom was 16 when she got pregnant with me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you're not so my mother tried to instill good morals and good values into us. You know, yes sir, no ma'am.
Right.
You be honest, tell the truth.
F your baby.
But I had uncles that was pimps.
Now, where the F your baby came came from, gang?
I had uncles I had relatives that was submerged in the criminal elements of society. Yeah.
Right.
And so you pick up those negative traits as they pass through your household.
Right.
While mom is at work. So the culture shaped me, homie. I'm the kid that grew up that saw the movie The Mac, Superfly, Penitentiary 1, Penitentiary 2, you know, with Too Sweet. Yeah. So you incorporate that into your lifestyle because that's what you think life is about growing up as a young black man.
Right.
So I really grew up believing that going to prison and going to jail was something that black men had to do because I watched every male in my family go to jail or prison. Uncles, cousins. When I spent the night over my homeboy in them houses, they dads and uncles and brothers was in jail. So.
And did you feel like because your pops wasn't there, that maybe was part of that influence?
Well,
or is it really just a black man's rite of passage of like
that that was a black man's rite of passage.
Yeah.
Dad's absence was more internal as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you want to see your father, you want to interact with your father, and at times I did.
Right.
But for the most time, I was with my mother's brothers, my mother's cousins, my grandfather. So I had males in my life, but they wasn't positive male influences.
Right.
I've never seen a man get up and go to work.
Wow.
I've always seen mama get up and go to work. So I didn't even know men work.
That boy treating this man like a.
Men will hustle.
I just peep game.
I thought the man got up and got dressed at 12 o'clock, earned
Charleston ain't cuts once yet.
You know, combed his hair and looked pretty all day and go outside and talk and hang. I thought that's what men did.
And then so in Fort Worth, in that area, there's gangs out there.
Yeah, gangs started entering into Fort Worth probably late 80s. I didn't get introduced to gangs home until the movie Colors came out. So I never seen what a gang member looked like until I saw the movie Colors.
Wow.
So once I saw Colors, after I saw Colors, it's like a veil came off of the eyes. Now you can identify what you seen on Colors.
Right.
You see, so now you can see that these
guys.
guys.
So the gang obviously was already active before Colors in Dallas. But that's when you were like, oh, that's what they was doing.
Because I'm not from the hood, I don't get to see it. I only get to see this shit when I go to my auntie's house that live on the south side in the ghetto.
Right.
I live in the suburbs in Arlington. I live around the corner from the Texas Rangers manager at the time, which was Bobby Valentine.
Wow.
So I live around the corner from him. So I don't get to see the hood until I go to visit grandmama or go to auntie's in them house.
Right.
And that's where you pick it up at. Cause when I come back home, we saying yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Yeah.
You can't go outside if mama ain't there. You in the house. So I wasn't a kid that got to hang out in B Street.
So tell me, when did it get serious then? Cause obviously it got real serious in your life, and you ended up committing a major crime, right?
It got serious. 6th grade, I was a good kid. 6th grade, I had just got my eye taken out.
How'd that happen?
Playing with a homemade slingshot.
Really?
So I got my eye removed when I was 12 years old in the 6th grade. So up until then, from 2nd grade to 6th grade, I had 9 eye surgeries.
Really?
Move my eye.
So tell me, first, not to get too big, but I gotta hear the story, cause I thought you got shot in your eye or something like that.
Vlad TV said that. Now I was playing with a homemade slingshot.
Vlad TV said that bullshit. I heard a different story too.
You try to shoot the rubber band.
Rubber band with the pencil.
And I tried to aim, and the pencil hit back and hit me. Now, cause I pulled back too far.
You pulled back and it went. And the pencil stick straight in.
Stuck. Yeah, it came back and stuck.
Did you feel it like it hurt?
Yeah,
W animation, but
and you had to pull it out.
It came right out.
Oh,
it came right out. It didn't stick in, but it stuck.
See, the crazy thing was, in the 8th grade, I had a similar situation, trying to, bad kids in the classroom across the room. We shooting pencil, pencil fighting from across the room, and we ducking, dodging. This kid, I never forget it. This nigga, Peter, man. Peter cocked his pencil back, threw that joint, that stuck straight in the top. I still got the scar on the top of my eye to this day. I swole up like Mike Tyson hit me.
That's what mine did too. So my mother had took us to the circus the day after the injury. And I used to be crazy about clowns as a kid. So I took off running. I put my head down and got ready to raise up and boom, ran right into a pole. And that impact from that pole caused a blood clot on my cornea.
Oh, wow.
So they kept trying to remove my cornea to try to save the eye. And had they saved the eye, the pressure behind the eye would have been so painful that I wouldn't have been able to have a normal life. So they had to take my eye out to get the pressure out.
And this was I
was in the 6th grade. So the
injury.
injury.
You had to wear like a patch and all
Yeah,
that?
the injury happened when I was in the 2nd grade.
Oh.
And so I had from 2nd grade to 6th grade, I had 9 eye surgery. So I was having a surgery almost every 6 months.
But it's a villain arc story right here, boy. This how the Joker was born, for real. Come to think of it, the man fell in a washing machine, stabbed himself in the eye with a pencil, went to the circus to go see some clowns that he was messing with, ran into a pole, had to get the eye took out by 6th grade. Then my boy was hospitalized till he got arrested. Oh, man. Yeah, it's a villain right here.
Months.
Wow.
So I missed a lot.
But you know, it be some holes and patches in the story. It might be get told a little different this time, though, but it's still crazy.
I missed a lot of school.
And that had to be a lot on a young man. And like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
trauma was
It
probably
was very
built up.
traumatizing.
Yeah.
Just having to go through the surgeries was very traumatizing.
That's enough to make a Thanos and snap that one time. Half the world.
So I would have to be at the hospital by myself.
Oh, wow.
So that's where I learned the little white people at. 'Cause back in the 80s, it wasn't no bunch of black nurses. It wasn't
Oh,
a bunch
wow.
of black doctors. So
Right.
I was a kid. So I was a kid.
Look at the egg lab.
So let me get this straight. So 2nd grade, you have an eye injury
Yeah.
with a pencil,
Yeah.
homemade slingshot. Then,
But before, check this out. Before 2nd grade, I fell in the washing machine.
oh,
There go the washing machine, boy.
It popped out there. I fell in a spinning washing machine.
That was first?
When I was 5 years old. I snuck outside and I was down in the laundromat playing. And I was jumping up and down on the washing machine. And somehow a screw came loose and I fell directly into the washing machine as it was
and
spinning.
it damn near
cycle.
took your leg
I
off.
broke everything from my waist down.
'Cause it was still spinning.
Yeah, as a 5-year-old kid. So I don't have a hip on this side. So I don't have a hip.
Damn.
So I had to have pins. I had to have pins coming through both these legs, through this leg right here. So you can see this.
Yeah.
So this is as a kid, homie. So
I mean, them bones was
So you
jello.
should've been through
I know it's a
real
washing
shit.
machine,
So I
but them
lose
bones
the
had to be
eye.
jello
Damn.
So I
10.
had to learn how to walk.
It is a 5-year-old.
And then I lose the eye because I was a very active. They said accident prone, but I was just an active kid, a
Yeah,
rough
yeah.
little.
Nah, you injury prone, gang. I was about to say that. I was just about to say you wasn't active enough as a child. Like me, I done took all the falls you could name. Ain't broke a bone, gang. I think I did break an ankle one time though. Like that wasn't a sprain. That bit was fucked up by 2 months. I'm talking about no pressure, fatty, no cast, no nothing, thugging, riding a scooter from home, one leg hopping on some shit. You feel me? It was bad. But other than that, gang, I'm talking about nothing. Bones made of steel, boy. Super. You need to drink some more milk, gang. You supposed to be a little more active, gang.
ADD and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, ADD. He one of them bad goofy jits.
I was just an active kid, a
Yeah,
rough
yeah.
little.
You weren't active, gang. You were goofy.
ADD and all of that.
Yeah. So
okay.
They're like them tall, lanky kids who ain't got
before
control of
I
their body
came
for
out,
real, and they be like,
You lost damn near.
he was
lost
one of
your
them,
neck.
like tripping over dust
Waist
particles
down,
on the floor that you
down.
can't even see with the naked eye.
2nd grade, you
Put
take
the
the
eye
eye
out.
out
Yeah,
with a
put the eye
homemade
out.
slingshot. Then
Damn.
you have surgeries every.
You know how uncoordinated you gotta be to try to be shooting something at somebody else and that bit reverse Uno yo ass in the eye. Yeah, gang. He was a little less able to use the opposable thumbs and shit. Man. You feel me? He wasn't as active. That's all I'm saying.
single year
So
up
up
into the
to
6th grade, and they have to remove your eye.
Yeah.
He was a
I wore an
fragile
eye patch
child.
once they removed it.
That was cool, probably.
Well, as a kid, it's not.
Looking like
Because-
Slick Rick.
Because the other kids teasing you.
Right.
So I developed a little man complex. So I learned to hit a in the mouth if you ask me what happened to my eye.
Oh wow.
Because that was my defense mechanism. I was insecure about it.
Yeah,
So
You imagine Charles trying to hit you, man. He got pins in his legs and shit.
Okay.
Ain't even
so
working
that's
right,
what
but
the
he
gangster
can't
was
run towards
A
you.
little tough little was born.
Yeah.
He probably be looking like this,
You
trying
still in the suburbs or you in the
I've never
to
lived
hit
in
your
the
ass and
hood.
shit.
Never,
Boy, you be
never
scared as
lived in the
hell.
So
Boy, that
tell me
little
about
crazy
the
gremlin running at you.
incident that changed your life and took it in, took you into the boys' home.
Oh, I had my
Who
older
that was
brother
walking? That supposed to be
lived
Charleston?
in the hood. I'm still
Never.
born. Yeah.
And but you still in the suburbs or you in the
When was he ever that
Well,
big?
that's where the little tough little was born. Yeah.
And but you still in the
Oh,
suburbs or you in the
little
hood?
man
I've
syndrome.
never
Okay.
lived in the hood. I'm still
Never.
in the suburbs.
I
Never
get
lived
it.
in the hood.
So tell me about the incident that changed your life and took it in, took you into the boys' home.
Oh, I had my older brother was in and out of the youth facilities. So I'm trying to really fall in the path of my older brother. So you got to think, homie, I had surgery. So up until the 6th grade, I'm an injury-prone kid.
Right.
I ain't gangster. I ain't bad. I don't know nothing about the streets.
Right.
So
It
this
ain't
is
gonna
at
line
12
up.
Years old. At 14 years old, I catch a murder case, trying to be gangster because the culture has went gangster.
How did you catch a murder case?
Man, just hanging with some kids from the projects, hanging with the kids from the hood.
Because I always hear you say that you never shot your gun at a black
Never.
person. So this clearly the person that you caught the murder case had to be.
He was a Caucasian guy, a white guy by the name of Michael Levy. So I had ran away from home because I'm being rebellious at this time. So now I'm 13, going on 14, being rebellious.
Shit, man, stories
and
be all
most
over the place,
adolescents
dog.
Are trying to separate.
Depending on who you
identity
telling
from
it
their
to.
parents.
It's all on
They're
the
trying to
internet, though.
develop
That's the
their own
fucked up
identity.
part.
So
he telling it to
at
all of
this
us at the end of the
time,
day.
And you talking about
But hey,
89,
it's
90,
just
91. We went from dancing
Lies
like
catching
Will
up with you in
Smith to
4K.
Parents
I wonder
Just
how you
Don't
look at these
Understand,
bitches.
Right.
Look at the
New
back.
Edition, Can You Stand the Rain? To
Damn,
all
none of
a
them
sudden,
true.
It's gangster culture.
I must have lost a long
So
time ago.
I'm in my adolescent stage during the gangster culture when it's coming into what it
Boys
is.
in the
Gang
hood,
banging, coming,
Menace to
boys,
Society,
and all of this.
colors.
So this is now being propagated in the household of good kids. Mom, when I get out of school, mama going to work. So when I get out of school, my mother is on her way to General Motors going to work. She kissing us on the forehead, saying dinner's on the table. I cooked this.
Right.
Make sure y'all clean up your room, leave your homework out.
Right.
But when mama leave, we cutting on the rap videos.
Right.
We looking at all the stuff that's propagating the negative culture. So I just took on the culture, homie. I remember seeing colors. And after we seen colors, now we got bandanas in our pocket. But we don't know what a cripple blood is. We're just trying to mimic the culture.
Right. Right.
So when I look at my uncles, when I'm looking at the community, I'm thinking this is the way. So
Right.
I'm mimicking our culture just like our kids today. They mimic the culture. Children mimic what they see and repeat what they hear.
Right.
My mother is saying, go to school, do this, but I'm saying, yeah, Mama, I heard what you saying, but Uncle Wayne and them saying this. So my male cousin is countering what my mother's trying to teach her. Boy, don't listen to your mama. She don't know what she talking about. You don't get no girl no mom. So they're countering what my mother's trying to teach us with the negative aspects of our culture.
Mama, boy, he a
So
trick.
I embrace the
Stop
negative
playing. He
aspects
fell
of
for
our
the play.
culture.
Got it.
I'm
Just
good
listen
in
to Uncle
school,
Wayne,
I
though.
can pass the
Boy,
test.
try to
I'm
lead
one of
you
the
right.
smartest in the class, but that's not where you get your affirmation from in the culture.
Right.
I needed that affirmation.
You gonna have to be in a documentary in the future.
Yeah, and so I couldn't get
Dog.
it from father. Mother tried to.
I ain't gonna lie, if they do a documentary on Charleston, bro, I know his shit gonna be crazy. The way he be telling stories and shit, talking about some, yeah, he came to the club. He used to come to the club all the time, around the same time. And then the girls used to call him 4 bands. Soon as he get to 4,000, he expects something out of you. He start treating you different, this, that, blah, blah, blah. It's be tripping, talking about, you're not 4,000, that's the number. I be keeping my eye on the number and everything.
Give it to me, but it's hard for
Yeah,
a
his
young
documentary
boy to
gonna be
receive his
crazy,
affirmation
boy.
From his mama, when mama
Me
telling
Too
you to
movies gonna
share
be
outside,
swole.
but sharing don't work amongst boys. I learned how to fight,
Right.
and mama saying, say please and thank you.
Right.
So
We seen the Olive Boy fight game. Chill. You can skip that part of the story you were about to make up. Boy said, I learned how to fight. Boy, he fought the Olive Boy. Boy, that was crazy. Talk about a stick figure fight in real life.
mother tried to give it to me, but it's hard for a young boy to receive his affirmation from his mama when mama telling you to share outside when sharing don't work amongst boys. I learned how to fight.
Right.
And mama saying, say please and thank you.
Right.
So I embraced the culture, the negative attributes of the culture. Rather than playing football and basketball and sports, I took to the delinquency of what most juveniles find exciting.
Right.
So I'm not committing crimes because I'm poor. I'm committing crimes for the excitement and the thrill.
100%.
Yeah. But my friends are committing crimes because they're poor.
Right.
I'm just joining in for the excitement and thrills to be a part of something, to be accepted. Just rebelling against mother's teaching, embracing the culture, not knowing the consequences of what we're embracing. So
Right.
we start out doing juvenile delinquent stuff, breaking windows, breaking bottles, breaking in the car, stealing
Little
cars.
kid, little doing bad.
Juvenile delinquency,
Yeah.
only for that to graduate to committing violent crimes. And we would I
And
would
gangbanging.
and gang. Well, I didn't start gangbang. I didn't join a gang until I got into juvenile.
Okay.
So I really didn't know gangs until I got up close and personal in the juvenile.
Right.
So me and 3 of my friends decided to skip school one day, and all 3 of these guys were older than me. I was 14, they were 15, 16, and 17. We decided to skip school one day. We all went to the same school except the 17-year-old. We went to Farm 303 Mall in Arlington, Texas, which was a suburb.
Right.
And we, at that time, starter jackets were real popular in '91.
Yeah, I remember that.
So we ran out of the mall with a bunch of starter jackets. We took a gun. We broke into my girlfriend's house at the time, whose dad was a Dallas police officer, stole the guns. And so as we was running out the mall, my victim, which was a guy by the name of Michael Levy, saw what was going on. He was working on his car in the parking lot. He had stopped in the parking lot.
Right.
And so he saw what was going on and tried to stop, tried to stop us stealing those jackets. And in the process, my 16-year-old friend shot and killed him when I gave him the gun. So I gave him the gun, man, shoot that,
Right.
Just not knowing what we're doing. And he really didn't try to kill him.
He was just trying to keep him from.
Now, every time they try to tell you to let that man out, you say, nah, that now his fault. Even though you set everybody up, allegedly Mr. Mastermind behind it, what's the name? But every time they got a chance to get redeemed to let out, you feel me? You talk, niggas go to jail to learn and meet God and all this. But when it's your dog's turn, it's not F all that, abandon that, throw it out the window. I was saying it for clicks and views that one time for y'all to do, not for me. When it's me, it's different.
He ain't lying. He didn't shoot to kill.
And so then you got convicted.
Adjudicated.
All of y'all.
Yeah. So they got convicted. I got adjudicated.
Because you were underage.
I was underage. Yeah. So most people don't know children cannot be convicted. So they go through family court. Even though it's a criminal case as a child, you go through family court. So you're adjudicated. Right. So I was sentenced under a law that's called Texas Juvenile Determined Sentencing Law, where a kid can be sentenced up to 40 years.
Why?
I received a 12-year sentence.
They looking at that truck. I see mommy on the side.
I went back to court on my 18th birthday, and the state recommendation was for me to be transferred to the adult prison system because I joined the gang once I got in there.
Oh, okay.
And so, I just joined the gang because it
was safe inside.
Oh, well, no, it was very safe not to be in the gang. Because we was in a children's environment, so it wasn't a prison. It was co-ed with girls. We had an in-ground swimming pool. We had off-campus jobs. We could go to college off-campus, and we got weekend furloughs.
Oh.
So it wasn't like we was
locked up.
Yeah, it wasn't like we locked up. We more in a boarding school.
Gotcha.
But the programs was so intense. It was strictly focused on rehabilitation and resocialization. So I got everything I needed to get as a kid to repair the harm and heal the child.
Right. So, but then we talk about, your big drive, the thing that drives you the most. It sounds like your experience as a youth is now putting you in a position you wanted to be a man of the community.
I never was a killer. I never was a gangster.
Right.
I was a kid that wanted to be a part of something. And I almost threw my life away by trying to be a part of something that I didn't come from.
Right.
I don't know what it's like to go to bed hungry. I ran with it.
Right.
I've never seen a man come out my mother's bedroom and she had boyfriends.
Right.
So, I never was what I was trying to be. I never
say that again.
What I was trying to be. It wasn't in my heart, it wasn't in my mind, and it wasn't in my soul. So I would have to war against who I really was.
Till this day.
Kind of person just to fit in.
Right.
Like most of us. So
You seen him say cheese interviews till this day.
I remember when we realized we had took somebody's life. I remember us driving off laughing, but on the inside it wasn't laughable.
Right.
But we really had no knowledge and no understanding of what we had done because as a kid it's impossible because of your brain development. So you asked me a question earlier. I said, man, around 18 or 19, my brain started developing and I started maturing. Right. That's when I started tapping into the victim empathy side of what was inside of me. Having some guilt and some shame and empathy and remorse for being responsible for taking somebody's life, even though I didn't pull the trigger. Right. At first, I could easily justify, say, man, I ain't pulled the trigger. Right. But after you go through counseling, you understand the part that you played, then you start to accept responsibility for the part you played. Right. So that's why a lot of times you hear me say, we took somebody's life. So in the process of taking accountability, you start developing empathy. And that's where my drive came from. So from 18 to 21, I now
I be watching my shit. He trying to justify that bit with therapy now. I see you, Charles. I see you.
Right. So
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Driving force for me to change and become a different person. Because now I'm starting to have an understanding that I've paid my debt to society. Right. But in spirit, I forever owe a debt to this life that we've taken. So that's where my drive came from. So when I got out at the age of 21, I came home a healed and repaired child. All of my childhood issues had been resolved. But when I got out in 1998, our culture reshaped what the juvenile system had done. Cause you gotta think, when I got out in 98, Master P had just dropped Ghetto Dope.
Right.
Crack like this. And it taught us how to cook crack from step 1 to step 10.
Yeah.
So when I get out in 1998, the crack era in the dope game is at its highest for our generation.
Yeah.
Boy, niggas were making money and the music promoted it.
Yep.
So homie, I came home, enrolled at University of Arkansas in Fayetteville College, got with my cousin who was the BSA president, but they selling weed.
Right.
We get caught selling weed. I get caught with 10 pounds of marijuana fresh out the boys' home.
Right.
I take a plea bargain, do 6 months in a prison boot camp. I'm reflecting on what I learned in the juvenile system. And when I got out, homie, that was my desire to turn away from the old ways and move forward. And so that's when I got out that boot camp, homie. My mom.
Good interview so far, though. Good questions.
To abandon the criminal elements of our
Letting that boy
society.
tell his stories.
So then we gotta go, cause that again, and you became a community activist, and you were really you dedicated your life to helping the youth. But then the Charleston White that we know today, the internet superstar, the big talker, like. Where did
Mr.
that come
F, yo,
from?
baby.
I done been mean online, homie.
Don't say
And
Dolomite.
a lot of it came from the frustration of being a community activist. So I told you that we had been working on trying to. I became part of this national organization that's called Campaign Fair Sentencing of Youth, and they're based out of Washington, D.C. They're actually a lobbyist firm. And they do a lot of youth advocate and juvenile justice work. So when I became a part of the Campaign Fair Sentencing of Youth, I joined a group that fell under their umbrella that's called Incarcerated Children's Advocacy Network, ICAN. So once I became a part of ICAN, I started meeting other children throughout America who were sentenced to life without parole as children.
Wow.
Now, I just told you we was being sentenced up to 40 years in Texas.
Right.
Up until then, homie, I had in 2014, 2012, I had never met anybody who had life without parole as a child. So I never even knew that existed in America.
Wow.
So once I became part of that, and I'm doing all of this youth advocacy work, homie, I'm speaking at some of the most prestigious universities and colleges in this country. I'm doing trainings for the United States Department of Homeland Security Human Trafficking Division. Wow. So I'm online sharing all this, but I'm not cussing.
Right.
I don't use the word. I don't smoke weed in front of camera.
Right.
I was a poster child for what you would want somebody to be to represent this.
Right.
But I'm also trying to bring awareness that America, Sudan, and North Korea are the only 3 countries on this earth that would take a 12-year-old child and give them life without parole.
Right.
So I'm trying to bring awareness. And in the process of me trying to bring awareness, you got police shootings just came about.
Right.
George Zimmerman, Mike Brown. And then probably some months after that, there was a 93-year-old woman house who got shot up in our community on Hattie Street. It made the news. So when I saw this on the news, I reached out to our local gang units because I wanted me and my organization to go over there and help repair a house.
Right.
That's when I came online. So when I went to that 93-year-old woman house and saw how many bullets these shot through a house, and they shot up the wrong house.
Wow.
They shot up the wrong house. And nobody in the city had any outrage. That's what made me come online and started dissing the gangs. Started saying, you do this. So that's what made me start attacking our culture because I'm working in the community. I'm also now working with the kids who telling me about all these young rappers who talk about killing and they really because I thought most rappers were really studio gangsters. I didn't know they were really killing.
Yeah.
That's how I found about King Von. Now I'm starting to find about all these new kids out of Chicago.
Right.
That's where the frustration comes from.
But then, but you know what I mean? Like if we try to be compassionate to these individuals.
Well, I wasn't trying to be compassionate. I was wanting to be compassionate to the victims.
Gotcha.
I didn't want to be compassionate to the individuals that's causing the ruckus. I wanted to be compassionate to the victims. Remember, my drive comes from my victim.
Right. And so, got you. So then, but that obviously was shocking and alarming to the community.
Very.
Like, who is this that's saying all of this wild shit about, you know, people that we love.
Yeah.
And was fearless with it, which was also like, yo, he talking about real killers and gangsters and still walking around untapped.
Well, I logically explain to people that I'm really not talking about this person. I'm talking about this character, who this person, this image of this person. This real person is not like this. So that's what really.
You playing the game. They giving you the facade, you know, brainwashing our youth, and so you attacking the things that's brainwashing.
Confucius said, "He who controls images controls minds," and I realized that these images control our minds. So when I went to Nipsey's Hussle funeral,
and you know who controlled everything? The puppet masters, not you.
Sat among
Dumb.
And I went to the funeral because I wanted to know who he was, because I had no knowledge of who he was prior to his death.
Right.
People still
So,
think he's a bad person when we seeing all this going down in our face.
Man, let me see
Which I won't
this
speak
man.
on that though. It's quiet. It's hush hush about that though.
And I
Let's do
remember
something
walking into the
tomorrow.
stadium, smoking me a blunt.
All
sitting
y'all
down,
talking about for the
rolling
rest of the year. Why?
But when they began to speak on who he
Gotta cover
was,
shit
who
up.
that man is, I put the blunt out. And I walked away from Nipsey's funeral learning who Eramis was.
Eramis was an amazing man.
Was a great man. So I separated the two. I separated the two, and what gave me the wherewithal to separate the two is when Lauren London's son got up and spoke and said, "Last night, Eramis came to me in a dream, and he was in heaven." I put that blunt out. It's like something hit me. I'm saying, man, how this kid can stand up there and say that? I think he might have been 7 years old at the time.
Right.
How can this kid articulate this to us in front of all these people? He never stumbled. He gave a detailed description and an account about him and Eramis in a dream, and he was in heaven. Homie, man, it changed my life, homie. That funeral changed the spirit of a man, and I was that man.
Wow.
So I came back with something different, with a boldness. And I was a rolling 60.
Hey man, more evil.
Still that juvenile, still scrapping on my arm.
Right.
So homie, I wanted to embrace the spirit of Eramis while everybody else was long live Nip.
Right.
And I realized that we still got Nip because we can play his music. His family no longer have Eramis.
Ooh, that's heavy.
We still got Nip, homie. Long live Nip. Them people can't long live Eramis. They miss him. When we miss him, we can play his music. Cause we never really got to know Eramis.
Right.
So I went to the funeral and learned who Eramis was, man. So I walked away with a disdain. Homie, how can man with a disdain for the game? So I wanted to tear down the culture, homie, and rebuild something different. Not knowing if I could or what would happen coming from this. It was just a conviction that I had.
Right. So then now that you're in this place, because now you done jumped in the world of comedy as well, and then now people don't know whether to take you seriously or were you joking, and you know you got black women mad at you. You got people don't know what to think of Charleston White because there's a very serious and wise and intellectual side, but then there's also some times where like,
Now that side got buried a long time ago.
Crazy. How do you balance that?
I've been
out?
seeing a little bit of them on this interview.
That's why I had to develop some form of character.
Right.
Because what started to happen was my internet persona and antics were starting to supersede what I've actually done in real life.
Right.
So in my city, homie, I'm known for over 10 years of working with youth throughout the state of Texas. My organization have been highly recommended to all 254 counties by the Texas Juvenile Justice Department. I didn't want the internet to supersede my real life actions, so I had to think of a way to separate Charleston from the internet. And that's when I discovered, okay, you funny.
Yeah.
You might need to do comedy to separate the two.
Right.
And so that's what I did. So I wanted to put Charleston in a category. So I had to create characters around Charleston. Chicken Charlie, Rat Williams. So that's where the internet persona of say any thing.
Right.
Because the internet persona is the internet persona.
Right.
So I didn't know I could get paid from the internet. The persona showed me that.
Right.
At first, I was just a frustrated in the community.
Oh, you explained something to me right here.
Frustration.
Before you say
Right.
anything.
So I started
Blame it
being
on the
more
carrot.
strategic and tactical, and that's why it started to seem like,
Oh,
man, this nigga
snap.
going overboard. Now I realize I can create a character. This is a stage now.
Got it.
So now you start seeing me do interviews and hold up.
I know it's a lot of people say, man, I wouldn't wish jail on my worst enemy. I don't know what kind of person you is. I wish jail on anybody. But I was sure wishing jail on that me Catrell boy, Cantrell. Yeah, I would have pumped
I don't know what type of person you is.
I would have pumped that fat into that. Yeah, they say you can have a transplant. I'm gonna pump them that 6-pack. Yeah, I'm gonna put 12 inches on that. It's a new day in town. Nigga. I'm the new hip hop police, man. And I'm trying hard to put at least before I die. I'm trying hard before I die, homie, to put at least 100 rappers in jail. And this woman is begging and pleading with Lil Durk. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing. She pleading. Y'all gonna look at me like I'm wrong? I'm willing to die behind this shit here, boy.
$500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z?
Man, give me $500,000. Fuck Jay-Z. I want to remind Soulja Boy, you ain't got no ops, nigga.
Your son is 18, right?
Yeah, that's 18, yeah.
If he wanted to start rapping tomorrow, would you let him?
Man, hell no.
Just one word. Number one, Will Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith.
And I'm just playing online.
Right.
So I started trying to explain, and it wasn't until I done the Cam Newton interview that people really kind of got the aha, because Cam Newton was the first time I actually got really pressed to explain why this, why that.
Right.
Everybody else was looking for clickbait.
Yeah. So then you got a chance to really show the world this is what I'm about.
Yeah.
This is what- I mean, I had put you, like I said, my pops put me up on game about you. Like, you're like, nah, he really, you know, because my pops is a community activist. And he's like, nah, he really has done some real work in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
And I pride myself, I never took any grant funding. So I never applied for any grant funding with my 501c3. And I never asked black people for their money. So I never went to black people and say, hey, I need y'all to donate to me.
Yeah.
I would say, I'm giving away backpacks on this day.
Right.
And when I give away backpacks, I'm gonna shame the community for not coming up.
Mm.
So I would use shaming tactics. So that's why it seemed like I was so disrespectful. I was using shaming tactics to make black people activate.
Wow.
And it worked.
That's crazy.
Gang banging, I'm gonna call the police on you. You selling dope down there. You see me giving backpacks away, then start sending money down there. And I'm gonna call the police for real, nigga. because y'all put in work, I'm putting in work.
Right.
But I'm helping you. Ain't gonna help me.
So that, cause you get a lot of slack for that, for being called a snitch. And
I am a snitch.
Beside of the police.
I'm the neighborhood community watch. You do something in the community. If I find out Ray and them shot up that house, I'm gonna tell on Ray and them, and I'm gonna let everybody know I told.
Cause you doing it for the kids.
You goddamn right.
Man, that's fine. But now all of that is brilliant community work.
Yeah.
But now you in the industry, you in the game. Like what?
So now I've changed my tactics.
Right.
So now my focus is all on comedy.
Right.
So now I'm trying to learn the craft of comedy, since I realize and understand I got a gift to be funny in this comedy world.
So what's the craziest you done seen in the game so far? You like the Illuminati trying to get at you. Like what's been wild for you now that you a high class, first class entertainer?
Try not to become overwhelmed with what you perceive to be success and fame.
Cause it can eat you up.
Yeah.
Has it gotten to you?
It has. Yeah, it has.
And you gotta remind yourself why you've been doing this.
Yeah.
Cause can you now still go back to Charleston White, the activist, or you?
I do. So what I did was now that I travel doing comedy, every city I go to, I go become a community activist for a day there. Every city I go to.
That's a lot of work, man.
Well, I call paying tithes, because I still want to stay in purpose. I don't want to get out of purpose, because in my mind that's my protection.
Gotcha.
Once I stop doing what I'm doing, then that's when I lose my protection in my mind. Because most be mad at me until they find out what I really do in real life.
Yeah.
The streets was mad until they find out, oh man, this really work with kids.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's my protection. Oh man, this really work with kids. Y'all let it make it.
There it is.
This when they don't think you really doing what you say you do and you trying to attack this. So I just became the change that I wanted to see. And it's easier for me now to do the community work. Because when I walk into high schools now, they send me
know you.
Yeah, so between Say Cheese TV, Aiden Ross, DJ Academics is actually giving me access to our urban youth
See,
throughout
that's
America.
what I was talking about. I was talking about the Aiden Ross stuff because I heard you talking. They put you in some weird situations.
Yeah. We was over in Red.
It was the only way I was gonna. I had to do it.
Did you spoon him?
No.
Did y'all feet touch?
Yeah. Well, no. Okay. Yes. No.
I went through some weird.
Exactly. You see, that's what be going on with Aiden. That he try to hold and praise up so high. This be having you look like a fool. Trying to destroy the character in folk.
Oh, how much of this is an act, and then how much of it is?
75% is that.
Got you.
So I made a post yesterday about slapping women. Now you got people really think I abuse women. I've never hit a woman a day in my life.
Yeah.
Right.
Except in the 8th grade.
Right.
You make people think I abuse my wife. Man, I don't hit my woman.
Yeah.
I don't cuss at my wife.
Right.
But people think that I'm a disrespectful guy. But man, I'm one of the most gentleman-like guys you'll meet in person. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
See, you don't put it. See, Charleston got us all fooled, y'all. See, this done turned out to be one of the most driven and inspiring interviews. We ain't even got to talk no.
It's just a good interview though. I said that a couple times.
We in here talking, laughing. You got crying. You inspired.
Well, homie, I didn't want my black people, homie, because most people think Denzel Washington is Denzel Washington when they see him in person, and he just told you he's not.
You're not.
And I'm nothing what I am online.
Right.
It's a camera on, so I'm performing for the camera. Once the camera get on, you ain't getting Charleston.
Got you.
You gotta draw Charleston out like this.
Right.
Through questions.
Yeah.
Make me go, that when you hear me say, I'm thinking.
You really thinking.
I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking.
You and Soldier Boy. First of all, how did y'all even interact and
Man,
end up
listen.
in the same spot?
I'm just gonna be honest with you. I done went to Miami cheating on my wife. I done met this new little broad at the strip club. Done promised her that I'm gonna buy her some titties. And then took her to Miami. So I done took her to Miami not knowing it's Rolling Loud weekend. I'm new to this. I don't know nothing about Rolling Loud. I'm thinking it's a weed. I'm thinking it's a weed convention. So I'm literally trying to get tickets to the Rolling Loud, thinking it's about weed.
Right.
So we go to a shoe store on Ocean Drive that next day. And Soldier Boy and them pulled up in a Sprinter van. Visually, I can't see a Soldier Boy. I just see a bunch of getting out this Sprinter van, and every time they get out the car, them reaching down, tying their shoes, looking up.
Right.
So I'm with the little broad in the corner smoking a blunt.
Right.
She said, "Oh, that look like Soldier Boy." I said, "Man, that said he gonna do something to me when he see me."
Cause you had said some.
I said something about him when he said everybody he get into it with ends up come up dead just right after Dolph had got killed.
Right.
So I called myself saying something to him in a Say Cheese TV interview, and he took it personal. So he threatened to do something to me. So when I see him, I don't know he really made the threats, but I know he said something.
Right.
So he walk up to me with probably 10 more other in trail behind him. He get closer.
That boy had that mace caught.
I reach in my pocket, pull the mace out, cause I pack mace.
Right.
No.
How you get maced in Miami?
That boy had that big
I check
caught.
it in on the plane.
Oh, okay.
So I check it in on the plane. So he walk up to me and then say, "I want to talk." You ain't talking, walking up to me. But I'm thinking, if you want to talk, you would have said that back there. And then walking behind you don't want to talk. Nigga, I'm gonna talk to you and one of them go hit me.
All right.
So I mace him, come back, mace the crowd, and get back and mace him. And boy, that turned in circles. Boy, that mace had his activated.
Turned his circles out there.
But what if he just wanted to talk, Charleston?
That's what made me feel bad afterward, because I think he just wanted to talk.
Nah, that makes sense. So
That will make me feel
gotta
bad
give people
afterwards.
A little fun. So we
The
get on
damage
the
was
freeway
done.
right now, and what we do, just be riding around and shit like that. We just be talking
Yeah.
freestyling in your whip and all that. So I'm gonna put on the beat. I don't think we ever heard Charleston White rap.
I'm too intelligent to rap.
No.
We gonna put
I
up.
can't make them words rhyme for nothing.
Now, who's your favorite rapper?
Tupac.
God, oh yeah, cause I heard you quote a lot of Pac stuff.
Yeah, I'm the brain he sparked, homie.
Oh,
Yeah,
so that's what he said.
I was in the boys' home when Pac died.
Oh wow, yeah, tell me this. Story.
So Pac death affected me spiritually, but his lyrics changed the soul of me, mind, will, emotions. Up until Tupac, I've never heard a rapper make any reference to God. So when he dropped the song Lord Knows, I smoked a blunt to take the pain out. And if it wasn't high, I'd probably try to blow my brain. So that gave me a direction toward a higher power outside of what mama and them talking. So man, just you know, the Me Against the World album shed so many tears.
That's
so
one of the best.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? That's your favorite Pac album? Me
Against the World. Me Against the World.
There it is. All right. Well, we gonna try to go ahead and get the spirit of Pac up in here.
Come on with it.
Boy, driving slow as hell in that Cybertruck.
Oh.
Yeah.
We ride.
Come on
freeway
with
freestyle. We gonna go in Charleston White.
And Nick
Nick Cannon drive like a grandma, dog.
I go first. Yo, we pull up on the 10, getting it in, West Side riding. Charleston White, ain't nobody behind us, cause we slide, dipping, and clipping. We ain't doing nothing West Side, set tripping.
Yeah.
It's for the community, for them kids, and we gon' get out here, cause ain't no more doing biz, we getting it in. Doing it right, surviving, thriving. You know Charleston, we just big driving.
Charleston White in his bitch tonight, and he ride with Nick in a tight ass whip, and talking shit in California. Nigga smell like a rotten ass onion. He thought I couldn't rap in the trap. Nigga, I'm going back tonight.
Hey, Charleston flowing though.
Anywhere.
You ride like an old nigga, but it's cool though.
Rolling, nigga. I'm going
He
to
embraced
vote
it.
for Donald Trump.
Oh, run it back. Hold on. Fuck all that. Hold on. Why Charleston snapping? Run that back, dog.
For them kids, and we gon' get out here, cause ain't no more.
Why Charleston snapping though?
Doing it right, surviving, thriving. You know Charleston, we just big driving.
Charleston White in his bitch tonight, and he ride with Nick in a tight ass whip, and talking shit in California. Nigga smell like a rotten onion. He thought I couldn't rap in the trap. Nigga, I'm going back tonight. Somewhere. Anywhere. Keep rolling. And polling, nigga. I'm going to vote for Donald Trump.
Oh.
Favela in the park. Yeah. Nigga, it's so hard to rap.
You lost me at the end, though.
Yeah.
The freeway freestyle.
You know I had to dumb my mind down to do that.
Nah, he did that, though.
Yeah, rapper nigga don't think about it. He just say some shit. That's why he be lying on the teacher, talking about the teacher told him he was. Ain't now teacher told no nigga he wasn't gonna be shit. That was a nigga's grandmama, ain't it?
Nigga asked you to read out loud.
That's it. That's all that was. Yeah, she said.
That's all that was.
And you thought she was putting
Pop
you down.
Corey got your ass. You trying to blame the teacher.
Great episode of
Oh,
Big
man.
Drive. My man
My
Charles,
nigga, man.
Love,
Love, black man.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Black love is black power.
Now that was a ride, real, raw, and unfiltered. Charleston White is one of the voices you might not always agree with, but you can't ignore. Because
100%, man. It was a good interview right here, Nick. Boy, you did your thing, boy. You was able to bring out the older Charleston that we first originally was watching in the first place. You heard me? Yeah, he was over here telling stories like he normally always usually do, but this was a more positive light of Charleston. I ain't hear him diss too much babies this time. You feel me? The character almost slipped out a couple times, but he was able to hold him back. He held him back, man. I ain't gonna lie. You got a pretty good, respectable interview out of Charleston White, gang, which is surprising to me, man. You know, Charleston don't be giving too much about nobody. Said this is dope, LOL. And the animation was crazy, boy. They had the lazy eye Charleston. They had him getting poked in the eye, but that graphic to an extent too. But very creative, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Nick Cannon, boy, you bet your dollar on this one, gang. Would definitely recommend. I gotta make sure I tag you in this one, cause we ain't even get a warning or nothing. Yeah, shout out Nick Cannon. Shout out Charleston White for giving us a different light, showing us you are still able to channel, you heard me, a regular person to give us a decent interview, gang. It was entertaining, storytelling, whatever. I ain't even care about the lies too much because you weren't over whooping. You were kind of like breaking it down. You explained how the therapy helped you open up and like that. He said, that's big, Nick. He don't play with them people. He got more money than him. Nah, fat boy. Nick Cannon got more money than some white people, boy. Nick, up.
Behind the controversy, behind the headlines, there's a man who's lived it, learned from it, and dedicated his life to sparking change.